Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I'm Steve Shaw. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 lies that trash muscle building content tells you. Before I get into that topic, if you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. The best topic ideas I turn into videos just like this. All right, trash muscle building content sounds kind of controversial, right? Sounds kind of like I'm calling people out. Well, yeah, I am. These are 5 different types of concepts or things that are pushed on trash muscle building content pages or YouTube channels, things people try to get you to buy into that are absolutely junk, whether they're doing it on purpose to fool you or whether they're just naive. That's up to you to figure out, not me to figure out. But I'm going to educate you guys in this video. So I got 5 things. I'm going to go over them briefly, and then I'm going to dive into each one by one. The 5 lies are: number 1, great results are only a single magic tip away. This one tip, right? Number 2, some random new exercise variation will be a game changer, right? Number 3, this single intensity technique is the ultimate key to mass. If you just do this with your exercises, you're going to see an exponential increase in mass. All right, number 4, some random tip will somehow help you to reignite slowed intermediate gains. Are you past the newbie gain stage and frustrated with slow intermediate gains? Here's how to reignite gains. And number 5, these special foods are highly anabolic. All right, let's dive into things. All right, let's start off with this one tip. Great results are a single magic tip away. This one tip, exclamation point. These posts are aimed at struggling and frustrated lifters. If results suck, if anything, it's not just one thing. It's usually a combination of major factors. So what you have is you'll have a struggling lifter that can't figure out what is wrong with their muscle building. They mean well. They're looking for quality advice. And some knucklehead on Instagram or YouTube Fitness posts some video or piece of content that says, this one tip will be the game changer. The reality is that if you're not seeing good results, it's not likely one thing that's broken. It's either your consistency, you're not training hard enough, you're not truly chasing progressive overload, your nutrition is crappy, you have a poor exercise selection. It's usually a combination of something in the base, the basic pillars that lead to success. So if you're not seeing or you're not experiencing quality muscle mass gains, it's not some magic tip, right? It's not changing from 3 to 4 workouts a week or any bullshit like that. Usually you have to look at the basic pillars. What are you doing wrong? Are you inconsistent? Your nutrition sucks? Are you not training hard enough? Etc., etc. All right, number 2, some random new exercise variation will be a game changer, right? Just tweak it a little bit. Or try this new hamstring exercise and explode your hamstring mass, right? These sorts of types of videos or content, the old magic exercise or tweak post. Again, if your results suck, it's usually something in the base, something in the basic pillars of success. It's not that one exercise is going to make a difference for you. When you're looking at attacking major and minor muscle groups, you're attacking it with multiple exercises. Quads, for example, it might be squats, leg press, leg extensions, lunges, whatever. Chest, it might be barbell bench, incline dumbbell bench, dips, and pec deck, whatever. It doesn't matter. You're attacking these muscle groups with multiple exercises. If you are not seeing results, adding in or swapping in one exercise isn't going to make a difference because something is broken in the mechanism. Something is broken in your base pillars. Something on the base is broken. Something in your foundation is broken. Adding in an exercise isn't going to change anything if your base pillars are broken, if you're inconsistent with nutrition, if you're not training hard enough, etc. So Inherently, there's nothing wrong with trying a new exercise, but understand if you're not building muscle now, adding in some magic freaking game changing exercise isn't going to do anything. All right, number 3, this single intensity technique is the ultimate key to mass. You see this all day on Instagram and YouTube Fitness. Some dogmatic lifter who likes a certain technique, whether it's training only one set to failure is a magic key to putting on muscle, you're doing too much volume. Or if you just increase your frequency and get away from body part splits, you're going to magically increase your muscle mass. Or if you lower your rep ranges or you raise your rep ranges, that's the key to muscle mass. Or if you do rest pause, that's the key to muscle mass. Or if you slow your eccentrics down and do tempo reps, that's the key to muscle mass. We see this stuff over and over and over again. And here is why we know it's not true. If you look at the history of lifting, bodybuilding, muscle building over the last 50, 60, 70, 80 years, we have to look at the common pillars. What is everybody doing to be successful? Well, they're using progressive overload. They're consistent. They're nailing their nutrition. They're using a good exercise selection, et cetera, et cetera. Now, some of them might focus on rest pause. Some of them might focus on lower volume. Some of them might focus on higher volume. Some of them might even focus on tempo or any of these techniques. While these techniques are not inherently bad, they are not necessary for muscle building, and they are not the linchpin or the critical thing you need to try to get muscle gains going, to really get your the muscle building process started. It's nonsense. You need to stick to the core beliefs, the foundation. If you like training these ways, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it as long as you are using progressive overload and you're consistent with training and nutrition. But understand, when someone gets on social media or YouTube and says you need to train, the reason why you're not building muscle is because you're doing too much volume, or you're not doing rest pause, or you're not doing tempo, et cetera, et cetera. They are full of shit. Those things are tools, but they're not required tools. All right, some random tip will somehow reignite slowed intermediate gains. Here's the thing. They call it newbie gains for a reason. Newbie gains are called newbie gains because you're new to the muscle building process. And if you do things right, your gains are going to rocket up. But over time, these gains are going to slow. That's just common sense. You can't expect to continue to gain 10 to 15 pounds of muscle a year every damn year. It's not linear like that. It's a curve. You rock it up and then it kind of peters off a little bit, and it starts to get closer and closer to the horizon. So over time, your gains, your rate of gains and your rate of strength gains are going to slow. That's 100% certainty. So nothing you do is going to reignite beginner gains. Don't panic. If your gains are slowing, that's a natural part of the process. You don't need to train differently. You don't need to radicalize anything you're doing. You just need to be patient. Don't panic. Stay the course and understand there's nothing that's going to reignite gains, and there's nothing you're doing wrong. In fact, if you see a slowing of results, it probably means you're doing it right. You're doing it right to the point where you've charged so hard that gains are starting to slow. Just stay smart, train smart, don't get injured, and stay in that lane. All right, finally, anabolic foods. These special foods are highly anabolic. If you just eat this source of protein, if you just eat salmon and broccoli, these are highly anabolic foods, et cetera, et cetera. There are no magic anabolic foods. This is such BS. It's such an incredible amount of nonsense. We have animal-based foods and we have plant-based foods. And if you want to build mass, you need a consistent calorie intake, a consistent protein intake, and you need a good quality variety of foods that can provide you with micronutrients, vitamins, and minerals. Focus on a reasonable variety each week of animal and plant-based foods. That's all you need to do, as long along with nailing your calorie intake and nailing your nutrition. What do I mean by reasonable? What's a reasonable variety of protein foods? Well, you're not just eating chicken every day. I eat bison, I eat elk, I eat wild boar, I eat eggs, I eat egg whites, I eat Greek yogurt, and sometimes I eat protein bars. Well, maybe one a day. But you can see I have a variety of animal-based foods. I had a little cheese in there as well for a little variety. Now, plant-based foods, don't just think veggies, right? Think anything from a plant. Think a berry blend like strawberry, blueberries, and blackberries. Don't just think broccoli and cauliflower. Onions are plant based, right? I like onion. I like jalapeno peppers. Think outside of the box a little bit. Try to get some micronutrient variety in your diet from using a different or a wider variety of plant-based foods. If you do this, you'll be fine, and you don't need to dive into any bullshit videos about special anabolic foods. So guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. If you made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.